would agree to declare it salvage property, he will take the bed off that truck and put it on one of our other utility trucks or service trucks, just for what's left of the truck that he takes the bed off of.
Why would it take 3 or 4 years to put up for bid?
We've had cars and vehicles here sit here for 5 years. We'd auction them off, and no one would take them. But no one would bid on that truck. The front end of the 2 wheels in front are already pulled out.
That's the one we were looking at up at the water plant. Is that
No, this one's up on the park.
The one to put it on was the one we were looking at.
Oh, okay.
Or he said that's the one that was.
Yeah, that's.
Who was going to do it for you?
Danny Widener down at the auto shop down there at Cold Town.
He said he would change the beds in order.
He'd take that bed off of that truck and put it on that bed that we looked at the water plant, but he would take the
rest
parts
of the
truck. Yeah.
That would be good to get it, I guess it's on our tax roll property or something.
What's the legality?
So it'd be good to just get it off of property.
That's what I'm. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Can we do that,
Yeah,
Parker?
Parker, can you do that?
You can take public property and reconfigure it or reuse it, from what I'm hearing. You can take that and reuse it.
So we're not actually
You're just using it for a different
Parts.
purpose. So, yeah, and if though you're going to get rid of something, if you're calling it getting rid of the whole thing, you're going to get rid of it, then you do have to declare it salvage. But you don't, just because you declare it salvage, doesn't mean that you have to bid it. You can declare it, it's just like if you had, let's say you had a vehicle that was wrecked. It was wrecked and destroyed. You don't have, and it was destroyed, you don't have to declare that salvage if it was destroyed. So, but if you were going to sell that vehicle,
we'd have to put it up for bid.
then you would have to declare it salvage.
So the proper motion should be we're putting the truck up for salvage.
Well, if the truck is already destroyed, as I understand it, I haven't seen it, you all know.
I've seen the wheels broke off one
Okay,
side
so
of it.
it's destroyed, and so you're going to use parts of it to put on another truck, so.
To make us a
The most
utility truck.
important part of that truck is gonna stay with your city, so I don't see that you need to even.
Oh, it's
salvage
definitely the most valuable part. I mean, it would give us a utility truck to put all of our tools in.
So you're still using that thing.
Okay.
And in doing it, and in doing that, putting it to that other purpose, what you have left is just of no value.
Is there not any motor parts that's any good? or
That
anything?
motor might be. He could use the motor. That's what he
Think of
wants.
the parts of tires.
We changed
You
the
don't-
tires off. We
when
took
you
the good
change
tires off.
You don't declare what's left over, what's left off. It goes off. You don't have to declare them as salvage because they have no, you see what I'm saying?
So basically, he's going to take the rest of the truck as his time and labor for
That's
fooling with
that's
the
what he gets paid
for changing the bed.
Yeah. That's it.
I see no problem.
He's
going to change. He's going to change the bed, take it off of that truck, put it on the other truck, and he's just going to keep the leftover parts.
How do we have to document that so we'll know what happened to it?
If he's gonna salvage it out, he's gonna have to take a salvage title on it. You have to.
We make sure we transfer the. title.
Salvage, same way you would if it were a wrecked vehicle. And essentially, this one is not drivable.
No.
The salvage title.
That's
okay.
correct, so you have a salvage title, so that those parts can't be reconfigured and be sold as a truck that used to belong to Cumberland.
Okay, and we're not responsible for it.
Right, so you would have to declare it with a salvage title. for that
I'll make a motion that you go with the deal with Daniel Widener there.
Don't make a motion. You declare that 1993 salvage truck.
Well, the way it sounded to me, because I didn't
We're gonna
realize
use it.
he was gonna take the rest of it, so you do need to declare it
Salvage.
as salvage.
Yeah.
And then what you're gonna do with that salvage is that you're going to get all the parts of it that you can use off. And what's left is just,
So we need to put it in form of a motion.
Yes, yes.
yes.
Okay, I make a motion then that you go ahead with the deal with Mr. Widener and make sure that that title is,
Then he can dispose, you're gonna salvage the title, he can dispose of the leftover parts,
yeah,
and you all are gonna take the important parts and put it onto this other vehicle.
absolutely.
The valuable parts, I should say. You're gonna take the valuable bed and put it onto your other vehicle. The parts, what's left of it is, you're authorizing him to dispose.
Now, what about the bed he takes off of the other truck? Is he going to do
Uh,
away
it's
with
no-
that?
It's bent up and stuff, and it doesn't have a tailgate on it. You've probably seen it.
So he's going to get rid of all that stuff.
I hope he does. We'll have to get rid of it if he don't.
I was just making sure I didn't want to have to see
He
a
could-
junky
he
bed
could
laying
probably
up
use
there
it.
in the lot,
Well, I don't, it won't
rusting
be.
away.
Yeah.
It is rusted away. I did just to verify that. The tailgate, you can't even put a tailgate on it. I guess you could throw a rock through from
But-
one side to the other.
But what I really wanted was to ensure that you knew what was happening to the truck, and I had the authority to get rid of it. It's just a piece of junk.
I made a motion. I guess you need a second roll call.
Make sure you get that title.
I put that in here,
We-
that's
we-
salvage title, I put that in here.
Yvonne seconded.
It's not proper.
Do a roll call.
Bowyers,
Yes.
Dixon,
Yes.
Elliott, Gillum,
Yes.
and Raleigh.
Yes.
Okay, just for your information, the people that punctured our water line up in Blair, I've sent them a letter letting them, alerting them that they're going to have to pay for it. And as soon as we get the prices and the invoices in for the parts that we got on order, we'll send them the bill. We'll have to pay for it and get reimbursement from them.
Was it the state that did that?
Well, it was a subcontractor for the state, and the state I'm sure they got a performance bond, and the state would require that before they could do the work, so.
I think we'll have a time on that because according to the Harlan Daily, the pipe was put on their property without their permission, not put at the depth as it was required to be.
I don't know if that would have a bearing or not, would it, Mr.
Yeah,
Boggs? Mr. Boggs,
Herman Daly said that it was.
If it's set at a certain depth and they're
I think
working,
that was the contractor that said that. It wasn't Harlan Daly.
it said it was from the state.
Oh, it was in the paper, but it was a contractor quoting it. Naturally, he's going to say something like that. But I figured, no matter where the water line's at, they should have been more careful in pounding those posts in the ground like that. I looked at it. They could
Well, now,
have.
the way
There
I
was a sign
understand
up
it is
there.
It's still leaking up there. It's
It
not been
is.
fixed.
It-
So why ain't it
because-
been fixed?
It was fixed where they broke it the first time. Then we left and they broke it 2 more times. And we didn't have the parts to fix it because they weren't puncturing the pipe, they were crushing it. Our clamps wouldn't fit a crushed pipe. So we have to order 4 joints of that 20-foot pipe, 10-inch pipe, and replace the whole line. Now, I mean, that's, but that's why the first time we had it fixed, then they punctured it again 2 times after that, after they fixed it. And that's when we ran out of clamps and stuff.
So you're saying they were putting up guardrails?
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't see them putting guardrails somewhere they're not supposed to because
Well, I don't know, but they punctured the water lines, and I think they should pay for it. So whatever comes out, it'd be a.
Carl, this issue, now I appreciate you keeping our overtime down, but when it comes to the water line breakage,
send them
all
out.
this going on, our employees needs to be up there fixing the water line. How much money is it costing the city, treated water running out like a lake, and letting our employees go home at 4 o'clock? I mean, they
Well-
need to be there fixing it. If they have the things to work with, there's no reason they should not be
I
there.
have never refused overtime when it was necessary.
It's
The-
necessary if people don't have water.
The tank
okay,
that
what
was,
could they have
You
done?
got a leak and you're losing.
You
power.
send them out.
One lady called me at 10 o'clock Saturday night and wanted me to send employees up there to fix that water line. It was leaking. But there was nothing I could do because we didn't have the clamps or things to fix. We'd already looked at it all day long. We were up there Sunday at Cumberland Manor and up on Pride Tourist and those other places, those people are working overtime. I mean, I don't know who would have told you that they don't work overtime. They do their job and they do it well.
The citizens that contacted me-
Which citizens are they that's contacting you? But I mean, you know, we try our best to provide the service, and there's going to be times when the water just won't flow.
It's different when a tank is empty because it has a bad valve on it telling them that it's full.
Okay,
Order
when
the-
somebody
order
goes
the
up there and
parts.
jerks the wires out and breaks the
I don't care.
transducer, what can we do? We go up there and we fix it.
You can't leave people without water because somebody vandalized something. You keep parts on hand and let the
Right,
chief
you're
knows
right,
he
yeah.
can patrol, and if he catches them,
Yeah.
that's all we can do on that part.
Well, they did catch
People
them.
pay for their water. They deserve their water in a timely manner and clean.
Yeah, when somebody goes up there and blows up a tank, how can we go up there
How'd
and
they blow
keep-
up the tank?
I mean, if they did, Charles, you're just being unreasonable.
I am not.
Listen, I'm all for it. I hate it. I apologize to those people for not having water up there. But what could we do? We didn't have the parts to fix it.
It's what you said. Well, I'm not even gonna get to what you said, but the tank up on Indian Pride Terrace, overflowing, letting thousands of gallons of
How
water
long you
run
think-
out on the
okay.
ground.
Oh,
All
okay.
because of a bad valve. And then we can't look at these
No,
tanks up
no,
here
no.
because you cut the ladders off of them.
No, it was because some people got down in that lift station and messed up the timer. It don't even have a valve up there. It's got a timer.
They've also got a sewage pump that's been down up there on Pride Terrace, letting all that back up on them. Instead of fixing it, we just let it keep backing up on them. That's ridiculous.
The sewage pump's been fixed. We get to it. We fix it when we
There's
can.
been some complaints about some smell up to the Pride Terrace, so
Okay.
has anything been done since
Yes, it's
last council
fixed.
meeting?
It's fixed.
When it
It's
comes
fixed.
to
It's
what
repaired.
she said, overtime, get the part. I don't care if you have to send an employee to go get the part. Get the part wherever it has to be,
You don't
get
have
it
to-
here and get the problems
you-
fixed.
Listen, I don't think anybody sitting in this job could get those parts any faster. As a matter of fact, the two clamps that we needed to fix the first break with, on that night, I went down to this central plant right down here on the side of the road. Bill Brennan went down there and got those two plants for us at 10 o'clock that night.
If
But,
you
you
have
know,
to get
but all
parts,
you
have
can
them
do-
overnighted to you. Whatever expense it costs, the citizens come
Well,
first.
how do you
Not
think-
overtime, not anything else.
Well, I know that up at Cumberland Manor, they were without water on Friday, and it was Saturday before anybody went out and checked on it.
Yep.
Now, I know.
I was
that-
And
on
they
the council.
called,
I was on the
Believe me.
council for 4 years, and we never had this problem. Either you need to check with your department head up there and see if he's doing his job,
Routine
or we
maintenance.
need to have something done here about this.
Well,
Our water department is in the worst shape I think I've ever saw.
would each one of you take this brochure right here? Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we've got a meeting right here with these people, this Monarch Engineering Company. Now, he's gonna come in here, and this is his qualification statements right here. He's told us that he would come in here and do a complete analysis and a survey of our water and sewage systems, and he will come in here and help us, assist us to repair everything that we got going wrong, free of charge, if we will let him consider the projects that's necessary to get paid for. And he said they can get grant money to repair our water and sewage systems.
we got Leo Miller doing that right now.
No, we don't either. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Leo helps us all the time. He was just in Clover Lick the other day helping y'all for free.
How you think we got him up here? Almost threatening him? I mean, let's not start there, okay?
No, Leo's
And-
been good to the city. I want to know we don't even know this guy.
Well, no, he's coming tomorrow.
We can't
He-
promise this man his work.
No, you won't have to promise him
We can't
nothing.
do
If 4 members of you are here tomorrow, you'll hear what he's doing. If 4 members don't show up to listen to him, then I'll listen to him and I'll do my job as the mayor. I'll do the wisest thing in the best interest of the city.
You cannot switch companies without our
I'm not
approval.
switching companies.
You cannot. You're
not-
overstepping your boundaries when you try that.
I'm not switching companies. I'm not entering into a contract with him, but he can work in joint effort with any other engineering. What about CL Boggs that comes over here and does all the repairs for us?
What about it?
Well, okay, Paul Miller and them could do the repairs too.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
Get the repairs done right
But they
now.
don't- they don't have
Nothing's
time.
getting done.
No,
This
the
is
hell it's not.
confusing.
Yeah, well,
But, all I'm seeing is the water department.
Excuses.
Is going to pot.
no,
And-
no, the water department has been to pot. It's already 4 years
Well,
ago, Yvonne.
That's true,
Well,
but we haven't saw anything being done during this
We've never had
administration
a
since
loss
we've
of
been on
water
here.
like this.
And every
Except
time-
Band-aid. We need to get.
Well, that's what I'm
down to
saying.
what-
Every
get
time
it
you-
fixed
That's
instead of
exactly,
waiting this late.
okay.
We see the city
You can't do,
fines.
this thing has been going on, these places have been going to pot for 25 to 30 years, and you're not going to repair them overnight. And if a water line breaks, it's gonna take you time to fix it.
Okay,
And people are gonna be without water at times.
we've
But
got
you
one
just gotta
pump.
understand that.
We've got one pump running the city right now.
And it's,
One
it's
pump.
making all kinds of records.
If it goes down, there will be no water.
Charles, you remember on December here, we had that same pump, the high service intake water pump out there in the river was going down, and I tried to get you guys to come in here on
Oh, whoa, whoa.
wait a second, on a Saturday or morning to get emergency repairs, and you says, why would you want to address that now? It's been like that for years, and you wouldn't even come to the meeting.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did.
But
You got
anyway.
tape of it?
But it was in a paper. You always said, why would you want to address it now? Because
You never get, you say, if you're gonna bring something up to us, give me a cost estimate. Tell me what it's gonna cost to
I
fix
gave it to you. It was right
Get off
there.
your hind end and give us a price to fix it, and let's fix it.
Would you read it if I gave it to you? There it is.
Would you give it to me?
Here.
We don't
here,
get
you got it.
anything else.
Look what you got there.
Well, that's another thing. I came in here today, and I had the city clerks had to call you and get permission for me to have the
Financial
financial statement and our minutes. They had to call and get permission.
I don't know why they did.
Well, I
I'll
don't
just
know,
be honest
but
with you. I
it
don't know
seems
why
to
they
me
would
like,
call me for
Carl,
that.
Are you a dictator?
No, I'm
That's
not.
exactly what
I
you
am
are.
not.
You need to let
Nope.
your employees loose to do their job.
You run this town like a dictatorship. That's what you try to do. And you don't
No.
listen to us anymore. You
It
listen
should
to
have
the
been
people
delivered
that
us
call
to where we
you.
could read this. We
Okay,
don't know
I'll
what's
tell you
going
what.
on.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make you. You've made a motion, or you've said that you had 5 votes that to impeach me or remove me. The word impeach.
I
doesn't
never
apply.
said impeach. I said
Okay.
resign.
Remove
You
me.
can't impeach anybody unless you
But
impeach.
now,
You have to have
if
7
you got-
votes.
Lay like you're everyone.
And they're not all here.
Right.
Well,
Now,
you
what
guys,
we
4
need
of
to
you
do is
here.
all get our head
Four?
on
You want
straight
4 votes?
and
Yeah,
manage
4.
for
4
this
votes,
city.
and you can have it. Okay.
I'll give you 4 votes. I'll make a motion for
Because
Carl
you-
Hatfield to resign
Oh,
right now.
no.
Okay.
Now let's just.
You want 4?
So he made the motion is on the floor.
You asked for it, not me.
Well, okay. I'm trying to. I can't satisfy you people. You
We've
know.
got 4 months.
Jesus
We
Christ
come
could
up
sit
with
here and
other
he would be-
people will
Don't
live
even-
in
don't even go
this
there.
city.
Don't do that.
I'm just
Leave
trying-
that out of it,
listen,
buddy.
The city of Cumberland has been tortured for 20 years. I'm not going to be the one that sit here and torture it any longer. I'll let you have it, and you can do
You
better.
could do the job and do it right, Carl. You just don't want to. You
Man,
want
I
to
put
follow
in-
the laws
I
when they
put in-
suit you, but
you
not
don't-
follow the laws.
I'm not even arguing. Just shut up and go. We
I'm
got a
not
motion
gonna
on the
shut
floor.
up.
We got a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
You don't
We got a
want it, don't
motion on
want
the
it.
floor. Is there a second to that motion?
You were the one
If
asked.
not-
What's the motion? Repeat it, Charles.
Ask him to resign.
Huh?
A motion to ask him to resign. He asked.
Carl.
He asked me.
No, I want to. I want to.
You brought it up, not me, and I want the public to know that.
I would be a fool to sit here with 4 or 5 council members that's going to object to everything that I do.
Nobody is objecting, we have the right
A
to make
council-
that question you, Carl.
Yeah, you don't want us
council
to
has got-
question.
Question.
A council
We
has
want
got certain
answers
amount of
to do.
responsibility and authority, and the mayor's got a certain amount
That's
of
right.
We
and
have to have knowledge
separate.
to do our job. Everything's been read here tonight. You've handed it to David, he's read it.
We don't have
no
it.
idea of what's even going on. It's, the
That's
council
why-
Like
consists
this,
of more
like
than
this
one
privilege
person.
license here, how long do you think it take to do a privilege? Okay, we got a motion on the floor. If there's
That
no
privilege
second,
license, if you will sit there and remember, and everybody.
We've already did this.
We did this 2 months ago. We should have already had that completed and gave to us at the last council meeting. Instead, we were sitting here wasting time doing something we did 2 months ago. Now, I don't
You
like
say
that.
we're
That's
not
wasting
doing
our
it. We
time.
did it. We did it already.
We
Okay,
did, we
you
took
want to
care of it.
withdraw the motion, or does somebody want to second it?
Do you want to work with us?
No, it's up to you. Do you want to work?
Do you want to work with us?
I'll ask you the same question. Do
Yes,
you
I
want
will.
to work with me?
Do you want to work with us?
I work with anybody for the best interest of the city of Cumberland, and that's
And
all I've
follow
got
the
in
laws.
mind.
And follow the laws as they're written.
Where have I violated the law?
Oh, don't even go there, Carl.
Well, show me where you come up with all
How about
this
illegal
nonsense.
pay raises?
Hey, that's another thing. That the man that I'm paying, I told you.
No, I'm not talking about one.
Okay, hold it just a second. The mayor can authorize pay raises with it as long as it stays in the budget. Okay, you've got to understand
Not
that.
unless you're going to change that personnel
It
manual.
wasn't
No,
in
no,
personnel.
And creating job positions that are not in the personnel manual.
That's what position is that?
You know what positions,
Which-
Carl. If
which-
you want to start a public thing, you're just going way too far. You're
wait,
just
let's
embarrassing
see, now-
yourself.
But see, Charles, you're coming to
No,
stuff you don't have any
you asked
facts.
you asked me to make that motion. You brought it up, not me.
Okay.
So don't try to put me as the guy that's trying to make, oh, woe is me.
Well, I was getting to the point where the mayor has certain responsibilities and authority. The council has the same certain responsibilities and authority, and they can't be combined.
As
You've
far
gotta
as
have
I'm
a
concerned, you can
legislative-
stay right where you're at, but you will do what the council says while our job is.
You can do legislative functions, and I'll do the administrative functions, such
It
as
would be nice to see that.
and the illegal pay and the
And it goes a lot further than paying job and creating job positions.
that's
You
been
know
going
that.
on, like paying the fella $20 an hour.
I don't care if it's been going on for years or not. We're talking about right now,
We're
what the
talking about
law
we wanna
is.
do things honest.
We're talking from here forward.
So
As
you-
far as resigning, I don't care if you resign or you stay, but you're going to have to work with us, not against us, and give us all the information, every one of us.
I was giving it to you, but you never used it. That's why I didn't
No,
give it to you
no,
this time.
no,
You
you
just
have
you
not
sit here and
been.
you squabble, crossing
People
T's
sit right
and
here and
dotting
say
I's.
you
you know?
hand us information
Here,
at
I'm
the
worried about
council meeting.
I'm worried about getting water to the people. I'm worried about a police department, and I'm worried about water and sewage and protection, and you're worried about crossing
If
T's
you
and
don't
dotting
cross
I's.
your T and dot your I's, you're not legal. I'm sorry.
He'll tell you
And this
that.
council wants to be legal.
We're responsible for the money of this city.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, when you go and do something like that, we could run and turn you into the attorney general and do all this foolishness. We don't do it.
Well, do it if I'm wrong. Hey, that's where you fail.
We're
You're failing to
asking
do
you
your
not
job.
to do it, Carl. Just
What am I
straighten
doing?
up.
What am I doing, Charles? You don't understand. What have I done
Lord have
wrong?
mercy, Carl, you just can't talk.
What do you mean?
I do withdraw the motion, by the way. He asked me to do that.
Well, this meeting is adjourned.
Well,
No.
We're not
I have
finished
several
up.
things I wanna
You want to talk about the water plant? We got some prices here. We need to do it.
Okay, I was wanting to tell you about that. Okay.
Okay, let's
Take
do it.
this fella's going to be here tomorrow. You're going to discuss with him what he's got proposed. All right. Now he'll tell you what he's going to propose for the city of Cumberland. And Chris O'Bradovich will be here tomorrow. He's your water sewer plant supervisor at 1 o'clock.
Carl, how long, you say the words apart, right?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is strictly council. We're not open to public comment.
All right.
So this guy's going to come tomorrow. We know
He'll be here
that.
at
1 o'clock. What about it looks like Chris has got some prices here for our,
Well, that's tomorrow. He's going to discuss them with you. That's some of the prices that you can't, like the this building here needing that roof, you know, you can't go out overnight and get an estimate. But this
we never
building,
asked you to.
I thought you wanted to get estimates on repairing the water.
No. You talking about a roof, we're talking about water lines.
Well, okay, but I'm talking about some of the city business, how long it takes to get some of this done. But this, like the estimates to repair this roof here and the one at the water plant, okay?
Right.
18,000 for the water plant, 16,000 here, and you're talking about getting money.
Who's that from?
That's from, this is from Durotech, the same people that did the one for the library here.
See, we asked for estimates. We can get local guys to do these
We can get all
roofs
kinds
too.
of estimates, we can get all kinds of estimates.
It's
But-
just a regular shingle roof on the water plant. You can get local guys to do that, and I guarantee you it won't cost $18,000.
Well.
It'll be twice as good work.
Well, that's true, but we can get all kinds of estimates, but where are we gonna get the money to pay for it?
Where we gonna get the money to pay for this park? We're gonna do it.
Well, that's
We're
true.
gonna do it.
Well,
We're gonna come up
you
with
had
the
a
money.
council
I don't care what
Yeah,
happens.
okay, and
You're gonna have to borrow some money.
And our
Whatever you gotta do.
insurance. our insurance, okay?
It
Because
looks
of
like
the
they canceled it.
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Why?
Because of Emma Gist is one of them. The house over here that fell in is another.
Safety violations is another.
We haven't been fined for safety violations.
You don't get fined for them, they just tell you.
Not on this. No.
So
Safety-
Emma Gist and
the garbage truck
so now who we got carrying our insurance?
and
Nobody?
Silas Whitehead's lawsuit.
Silas Whitehead's lawsuit.
Yeah, that's.
But you hired him back.
Sure I did.
Isn't
Yeah.
that-
He
You
was
hired him
right.
back and they canceled our insurance.
He was right. He was no. They didn't hire him back. They didn't cancel because we hired him back.
You just said that?
No.
You said
no.
Emma Gist,
They-
Silas
One of
Whitehead.
the reasons
No,
they
no,
dropped
no,
it.
you're misunderstanding. You're misinterpreting everything goes
That's
on.
what you said.
They canceled insurance because the city had to pay him $50,000 for an erroneous firing.
Carl,
And that,
you
that's,
said it, not us.
no, I didn't say it.
Who fired her then?
Did anybody bring up Silas?
This is
Got
gonna,
No,
my bad
it didn't.
ear turned for you.
Jesus.
Well,
So Emma Gist,
it
Silas
is-
Whitehead.
It does not surprise me that the insurance has dropped us.
me either.
Yeah,
That League of
it's true.
Cities.
And
League of
another one
Cities-
Until
coming.
this personal stuff is stopped and people act mature and quits carrying this on in their life, it's never going to be any better.
Yeah. Well, okay. These are things that's going to take place tomorrow.
Do we have
here.
anybody else to take our insurance up on it?
Yes, we do. The League of Cities. We're already discussing it with them, and it looks like they'll take
So
it.
right now, we don't have anybody?
No, this don't even expire
We have
until
no insurance.
Or
May.
So we have.
We got a grace
insurance for July
period?
Who
1st.
is the-
No, it's never expired yet. They're just not
But the
going to
ones that
renew
we
it.
have now are the high-risk insurance anyway, because we can't get it through the League of Cities.
No, we
because
can too.
No, we can't, because
They
we
dropped
messed up
us.
so much. It dropped us, Carl.
Well, I swear to God, what did they tell us the other day?
They did come up to give us
They're going to give us a quote.
They're gonna give us a second chance.
League of
Well,
Cities.
if they
But
don't
now-
give us a second chance,
Oh, we back
things
in
sure
there
better be
good
straight.
graces.
but we've not got no rates or nothing back.
They're studying it. They're going to give us. They considered it.
So this is just letting us know they're not gonna do it.
Right.
That's that company.
Said by law, they had 75 days prior to your
Okay.
date.
And this
It
was
runs out, you have
Scottsdale
to know.
indemnity?
Yeah.
Right.
This was a high risk. In other words, you're high risk when they.
This happened, we got this
So high
company
risk
after the
dropped
first
High risk
lawsuit.
dropped us.
When we got the first lawsuit years ago, we got dropped and then they picked us up. So now that we've had more, they're dropped us.
Well, we'll have another lawsuit coming up. Well, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but we probably will, so we'll be dropped again anyway, so.
And then I have one other thing here. The police department. Wayne, I believe you got. Did I give you all copies of the
About police cars.
about police cars?
I don't have anything about police cars.
It's laying on my
You
table.
got anything about police cars? You got one?
There was something there.
Yeah, you got that?
Yeah, it was laying here when I
That's
came
it.
in.
Yeah.
What does it say on the front of it?
It's, that one, I guess that's yours.
Is that it right there? No.
These Dodge Chargers that we had purchased for the police department about 3 years ago, we've had 3 for grants and 2 were purchased. The 2 that's been purchased will be paid off at the end of this month. That we'll have no
Right
more
there, you-
monthly payments for those. And those cars aren't really satisfactory for police work because they're
Rear-wheel drive.
Rear-wheel drive.
You know,
Yeah.
My
So-
proposal was, and the mayor's got it there, I don't have a copy of it.
each one of them has a copy of it.
Okay, the proposal is, the end of June, those 2 cars that we're paying on right now will be paid off. We pay $1 and they're ours. My proposal is buy 2 Chevrolet Impalas for a less payment on the month than what we're paying, already paying. It won't be increase or decrease, it'll be actually a decrease in our budget of about $300 and some dollars. We can buy 2 brand new vehicles, paying the same price or lower price for them, fully equipped, front-wheel drive, which they are capable of using in the wintertime and in snow up to a certain, up to a foot.
23,000.
It's state contract, actually, what it is.
This one?
Yeah, but this is fully equipped. This is the total of each one of them. So.
I
So
have,
we'd have them paid off.
These are on
4 years.
a 4-year plan. Now, I can put them on,
The ones we got right now,
they're the 2 that we're paying on right now.
next month.
The end of June. And for $1, they're out. For $1, they're back there. This is the same this is like lease to own is what it is. We will pay these payments at the end of 4 years, we pay $1 in their hours. Then we do whatever you want to with them. Salvage them out, sell them, do whatever you want to with them.
What year's the ones we got?
All of them, they bought, she was probably here,
2010?
we bought, I don't know why we bought 5 police cars in 1 year, but somebody did. And that was not a good idea. We need to buy 1
Joe
or 2
Eldridge
cars.
was here.
We need to buy 1
No,
or 2
that was,
cars,
Yeah.
like every 2 or 3 years. We need
That's
to.
when,
Mr. Davis.
Davidson and Nunley were here when that happened.
I don't know who bought them, but anyway, they bought 5 cars at one time, in other words. We need to space these out. But this is on a 4-year lease. After 4 years of police car, you know what I do, it's about had all the mileage and abuse you can use within 4 years time frame. But we can add these 2 cars and really no money will be missed. Actually, you'll save maybe $300 a month. Payments of what we're paying for right now. And we'll have 2 brand new cars.
My question is, I read in the newspaper, which I'm sure you all did too, a few months ago, where Lynch just got 2 new police cars on the grant.
Well, we don't want to go there because that's going to open up a can of worms you don't want me to open up.
Tell us about it. When in and
Those 3 cars, they're getting another car. Those was bought by the grant that we got here at Cumberland Police Department. Under another administration, under his,
I wasn't here for 2 years.
but I mean, they were bought, that was a grant that y'all bought 2 bought 2 pickup trucks with.
No, I didn't.
That was a police grant.
The one
$40-some
that just-
thousand
the one that
dollars.
just
Y'all just
happened?
bought 2 pickup trucks with, that was a police grant.
If you remember, I voted no on that.
That's what Lynch bought their police cars on.
Oh, they got the same green as we do.
We just used the grant.
Oh.
The grant
For
we
2.
got said we buy 1 Tahoe was $40-some thousand. You all agreed, or somebody agreed here
Not me.
all among this, that y'all go buy 2 pickup trucks for
No.
the maintenance or the sewage department?
No, that's what the mayor said we had to have.
Well, I mean, but y'all voted on it, somebody did. I mean, I don't.
I remember voting
But
no.
that grant was.
But you are right, it was put to a
That
vote.
grant was a police
We
grant.
did buy 5 police cars one
So
time.
we
we're
got a
talking
grant
about
for a
those.
police cruiser, but
Those
we
2
bought a
You bought 2
Tahoe,
pickup trucks.
2
with it.
pickup trucks.
And it was for a Ford Explorer 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It was actually for a Tahoe.
So,
A
yeah.
Tahoe,
Yeah, it was
Chevrolet
supposed to be
Tahoe,
for
fully
mountains
equipped.
and high terrain.
So-
which I wanted, by the way.
And which we had a pledge from a mine that they would donate us.
Yeah, they were gonna give us the $10,000
Yeah,
to
they were.
pay for it. Instead, we wound up
Fully
paying
equipped.
$10,000
Fully
to
equipped.
get the grant.
That's how Lynch got their cars. The same grant we received, but we didn't use, or the police department didn't get.
How did they
use
get
that.
permission to switch the grant from a police grant to pickup trucks?
I have no idea.
Is that a grant that occurs yearly, or
No.
we?
No, this is one.
No,
That's a Homeland
if you don't
Security
use
grant.
them for what
It's a
they're,
Homeland Security grant, and that just comes, my understanding, it just comes along, what, every 2 years?
Yeah.
if you don't use them for what they're specified for, then they might show up with a rollback to get you pickup trucks.
This is one that Mike put in for when he was here, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah.
Mike's the one that got it rolling.
Yeah,
Mikey Franks.
yeah, Mike Franks.
Yeah.
So basically, our trucks that we got that should have been police cars should now be driven by the police.
No,
No.
no,
Truck cruisers. If they
They
ever
should-
come and check us out, they should be driving by the police.
but they will. They'll be at the water department.
But that's where that grant was initially for a police cruiser, 1 4-wheel drive Tahoe, Chevrolet Tahoe,
Which you could have
2012
used
model.
in the wintertime.
In
But
the wintertime.
let me ask you a question without anybody interrupting. Just let me finish the question. Which did we need the worst? 2 trucks for the water sewage plant or another police car?
Definitely 2 trucks.
Oh, I agree
Yes,
with you.
that was neat.
I ain't got no problem.
I don't have a problem with the trucks. I
Okay.
have.
Was doing
One
legal.
other thing. We went through the complete process of retransferring that grant. The rural development, Tom Parton, the agent, came right here and explained it to us. You remember that? He told us exactly what he was doing. And Vernon Brown, let me tell you one other thing. The city of Cumberland has got better credibility with the state rural development right now than it has ever had. And
I'm
also
not doubting that. It's the
and I'll guarantee you one thing. Those 2 trucks were transferred legally without any disrespect for the law whatsoever, and it was done honestly.
I'm not saying that. It's now he needs police cars, and we had a grant for it already. I know we needed the pickup trucks, but making sure we follow the law, like you said, you did. That's
Okay, now,
That's
okay,
fine.
let me put it this way then. We got 5 police cars. They're all in fairly decent shape. And we got 6 police officers, and we want to get 2 more police cars. That'd be 7 police cars and 6 police officers. So,
But I will get another police officer within a week or two.
I thought we had one
How
coming
many do we
last
have
time.
now, Wayne?
We got 6 right now. A guy quit us here about 2 days
Who
ago.
was
Who
it?
was it?
Tim Howard
Tim
just
Howard.
quit.
He was supposed to be.
Oh, that, he was,
And he was academy trained and all.
from Harlan.
Are all of our officers trained, academy trained now?
Well, actually, we got 2 that's not.
We got 2 recruits.
Yeah, we got 2
Well, so
recruits.
now we're not getting that money again.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're still getting that.
I thought you had to have so many police officers do
You
that.
do, but they're in class. We got them scheduled as long as they're.
Yeah, he's got them sent to
Okay,
training.
you
I've
got
got
that,
scheduled for
okay, all
training.
right, you got that too.
Or he's got, if they ain't going, he's got, I'm sure they've
Yeah.
got it scheduled.
Right. Yeah, we got a schedule.
All right, okay.
Don't worry.
Even they have to have their retraining.
Oh, yeah, we gotta have 40 hours every year. Everybody does, no matter what. To keep our incentive going, that's what the state pays us incentive. But back to the police cars, we could buy 2 new police cars front wheel drive, which compatible with bad winters. I'm sure we're gonna have one somewhere time down the line. Well, this year, we sort of squeezed by, didn't have one. But we could buy 2 brand new cruisers. That'll give everybody a police car. And we can let some of these rest that we're running to death, you know what I'm saying? And it won't cost the city any more money. Actually, you'll be making money because it's about $300 on a month less payments than we're making right now.
How much are the payments we're making right now?
100, well, it'd be $1,200 a month for both cars.
28 of
And
them.
these new ones will cost us how much a
Oh, I
month?
got the breakdown on it.
Mine don't have, I didn't have it laid in there.
There's a breakdown on it somewhere there.
There's 2
Right here.
proposals, right?
No, it's all the same thing. This is one we're going by. 1,040, I can't read upside down.
1,040?
$1,075.
How much?
That's for 2 cruisers, yeah.
We'll be saving $100.
But that's for 4 years. The ones we got was for 3.
I really don't know what to do at this time about police cars with the, my only worry is that those are gonna be paid for in June. And
I'd
here we're
like to-
coming up with the water problems.
My system would be to trade them off. Get the oldest police car we got and trade it for a new one like he's wanting. And
Well,
then
they're
next
all-
year do the same
So
thing.
they're all the same year, so that's sort of what got us messed up now, because we don't have no rotating system, you know what I'm saying?
We should've
You all
got the
5
3 on
of
the
them
grant
time,
and
I
then
believe.
waited for another grant. Just rotate them out.
And we're definitely gonna apply for another grant as soon as we get one.
I
We're
hope we
working on
get it.
that, but getting it. But
I honestly don't know what to say, what to do, considering
Can we take a look at this month, and we need to look at our budget to
Yeah, this
see-
has got to be incorporated in our budget. Everything that
Yeah.
you've got in front of you now
Budget
has
works.
got to be computed in your budget. We're going to have to come
But
up.
if we're in the budget guidelines now, we can still stay in the good budget guidelines because it's saving you money.
I'm not saying, I'm
I mean,
not,
I'm
Don't
just,
you agree that we need 2 policemen moving around in this city at one shift all the time?
well, yeah, we
You
try to
keep
do
one up,
that.
one in, one down. These people will figure out where you're at, and they'll go down here to the other end of town and hit something and rob it.
it's
I've
gonna
always
be,
felt like
I
we
just
need
tell you,
Cell phones has destroyed the patrolling system. I mean, no matter how you.
They're always gonna know where you
cross-grid or
are.
Whatever
Ain't
patrol
real.
system.
somebody watching here,
And a cell phone, you can pick it up, I mean,
I just don't know how you could, okay, more patrols is good.
Right.
I don't wanna say that it's not, we definitely need them. I don't think you'll ever stop a thief though.
and we need to change the procedures.
I think they they figure out a profession to,
Right.
if they put as much work,
And you did catch the
Into
2 guys
working.
that vandalized that water tank, right?
Yes, sir, we did. We got them arrested.
And we caught one lady hot wiring the water meters again. And I'm going to get a warrant for her.
how do they do that?
Water meter.
We pull the meter because they don't pay the bill. Then they take a water hose and go from this connection over to somebody else's connection and turn on the water, fill up a tank in their basement.
How in the heck do they,
How do they know how to do that?
They're using their neighbors outside speaking.
Well, their neighbors paying for
The
water.
neighbors going to work, yeah.
so if they run a line from their neighbor's spigot to their house,
They've got
how's
a-
it stealing?
Well,
If the
Well,
neighbor don't- if the
what I'm
neighbor
saying-
don't know about it, no,
I don't
they're-
think
Unless the neighbor don't know about it. I mean,
Don't know about
if the neighbor's willing to pay it, how's it?
I mean, it's stealing from the neighbor, not the city.
well, everybody's supposed to have an account, and they pay for the water and they pay for the sewage all at the same time, you know, and they pay the service charge. That's $7 for that. But if you're getting your neighbor's water, she's only paying for part of it. See,
While you're talking to me, I'll hand you these out. We need to consider that in the budget. I mean, because it's not really gonna cost anything extra, and I think it would be a great improvement for us in the winter time. And if we wreck a travel vehicle, then we're not have to worry about a shortage or something, you know what I'm saying? And some of these get some mileage on them.
Where would these come from?
You can't, you're buying from the state contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
state contract,
Yeah, you-
okay.
Same way we got the trucks.
Yeah, I mean,
So we've got time to study this into the budget and look at it next week, next month.
We need
Right.
some budget workshops
Maybe
anytime you
that'll
get
go on
ready.
the site.
and there's a proposal on there for making it another year somewhere.
I think I saw
Yeah,
that.
It was
it's a
the
little
first
cheaper- it's a
sheet,
little
I think.
cheaper Somewhere there, I'm looking upside down on it, but
That's where I was doing.
it's all
Had
in
it.
there, it's all in there somewhere.
Well, I guess we should.
That's all I have,
Look
so
that one
now,
over.
don't forget about the 1 o'clock meeting tomorrow if you want to listen to this fella here, because that's going to be a pretty important opportunity for us,
There's mine.
and we don't want to fail it. So the next item is council comments.
Wayne, are you having any trouble, getting stuff that you need, equipment for your vehicles and stuff like that?
Right now, so far, I think we're pretty smooth, but really is.
And that was to be passed out to everyone.
Yeah. Mitigation project?
Yeah, that's,
State hazard mitigation.
we need to pass that resolution giving the mayor the authority to sign the documents and the request for payments for the mitigation project. That's to fix the culvert on Cumberland Avenue and on Russell Drive, and put in 4 lift stations and 16 generators and 4 sirens.
That's Leo Miller's putting this in?
Yes, Leo Miller and whoever he contracts it with. And it's monitored by, the project officer is Paul Miller. The city official is Robin Cornett.
Oh, boy. Reach over and get it.
But, no, Robin is supposed to be the project, the city official. And the Cumberland Ad Board is a monitor, and Ryan Gaffey is the administrator. He's the Kentucky department with the Kentucky University, and he's the
Oh, so we do have an administrator, then that's great.
yes.
Good.
So we need that document signed, that resolution there, if you all are in agreement with it.
Has it already been read?
No, it's not been read.
Is this number 382?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, if you're in agreement with it, yes, someone should, it has to be a council member to present it.
The city of, huh?
It'd be foolish not to be for this.
Yeah, it's City of Cumberland Resolution Number 382, City of Cumberland Mitigation Project, LPDM 2008-002 COC. Whereas the City of Cumberland is the recipient of a grant from the State Hazard Mitigation Office. Whereas an agreement has been entered into with the Commonwealth of Kentucky to ensure the documents deemed necessary to facilitate and administer the project are promptly authenticated and distributed to each review agency. Now therefore it be resolved that the mayor of the City of Cumberland is hereby authorized to execute and make distribution of all required documentation which may be required for any furtherance of the above project. Done this 8th day of May 2012. Motion made by, I'll make a motion. Approve.
I'll second.
I second it.
Motion made by Charles Raleigh, seconded by David Dixon,
I second it.
by Yvonne
I think
Miller.
we both did.
Y'all
Yeah,
both
yeah.
did that same time.
Oh, okay, fine.
Who did?
Me and Carolyn both
Oh.
do.
Y'all said it at the same
Well, that's a
time.
good sign, and everybody before.
All in favor, so indicate by saying aye.
Uh-huh.
Opposed? Motion carried. I guess that's all I got. Let me have a copy of that. Let me have one copy of that.
You can have that, I signed it where I
Okay.
Parker had
said
to
motion
sign
made by,
that. No,
Second.
it's just a resolution.
Second by,
I wrote it down.
They
okay.
have to redo it, it was wrong.
Second by David.
Carolyn.
And that's to fix the culverts.
They left,
Let's get that done.
It's a $3 million grant.
First, that was their collects for half.
Is that going to replace our sirens and
When he
things?
came up, looked over, he caught that clause.
Huh?
It wasn't
The
enough.
contractor was up there looking at it.
The one
They
that's
had
been
them down
bleeding
as
over into the street
administrator, but
forever.
No fee.
Well, this has been-
So it voided that one out.
because it's
So the ad board was like, no, we're not doing it for nothing.
Water line.
Or we've not, when, as soon
I
as I
think,
get it, I'll
I
send
think
it.
they're actually doing something up there on Russell
Well,
Drive, but it's
speak
supposed to
up.
correct the
Hey.
problem.
Comments
that's
from
in-
council?
$1 million.
Any council comments?
About what?
Anything?
I have a,
list.
It's your-
You know me,
Take
I
off.
know the list.
Start off.
starting down there.
First thing is I wanted to ask Parker, he was supposed to look up, the ordinance. You were supposed to check on like advertising in local papers when we had that discussion before, make sure the ordinances were done right. So, you did that?
You wanted to discuss that now? You could have called me anytime this week and we could have discussed it, you know,
I'll call you.
I'd be happy to.
Okay, so you did, but you did look it up, so we don't need to discuss it now, is what you're telling me, so I will get back to, I will get to
Okay,
it.
anytime.
Alright, I did get a list of some water readings, which I congratulate y'all for doing. I've got some questions on it. It says, on so-and-so here, it's got a reading and it's got don't match. What in the world does that mean?
Kelly's not here. What it is, someone will come complain about the water bill's too high. They say they misread the meter, and then we'll send the guy back out to read the meter, and apparently there was a difference between what he read the first time and what they reported here.
They could have read it wrong like last month.
Could have got a
Well,
digit
there's all
wrong.
kinds of them on here. I mean, several of
Start
them.
fresh.
And then I got a couple of them here says, meter leaking.
So we fix it. So we
I
can
mean-
fix it.
How do we know they're
What?
being fixed? Are they being fixed?
No, that's,
But
they
we
make
got
a,
there's a whole bunch of
they make a
don't
note on
match
that.
here, so
Yeah.
what's the problem?
they make a note. They might misread the meter, or a lot of people will just say that the meter their bill is too high, so we go read the meter again. And, I mean, that happens every month.
And then I've got one here like, it's not even on the list, it's got just well, I just throw this name out there, the Halls, and it's got a reading, it doesn't no address or anything, don't know where that's at, it's got new meters.
No, they
with
have,
no
they have to
names.
note any new meters, cause that messes up the billing if they don't
Yeah.
do that.
So I guess basically what I'm saying is this is not a very good system. If you can't just,
Not very good when it's all in pages of people that owe us money.
now I did, however, visit another city today, and I'll pass this around. This is the bill that another city is sending out to their
Let me
customers.
see that, let me see.
I'll pass it around.
Water bill.
Whenever after these bills are printed off, they run off and they send them out, okay? The customer brings this in, they stamp this, and then they cut this bottom part off and keep this for their records with their check or their payment. Give this back to the consumer, to the resident. All right, after all the bills run off, one sheet runs off with all of the totals, all the bills, all the income you're gonna have out, everything. You could give anybody in this council one sheet of paper and would see what kind of revenue is out there on the water.
Now ours
Now,
does
why are
that.
we not using this?
We do, we have that.
Well, why are we not using it?
No, Kelly prints that
Yeah.
out every month,
Here, pass it on.
the cutoff list.
I
But
mean,
is
this
that a
is
big
one
city?
system and the wa- and
Is
the
that a big
water.
city though?
Benham.
See, we got 11 or 1,200 people. And Benham, I think, has got about
She's
500.
got a report in here that does that.
One sheet of paper.
Well, it's
No,
according to how
no.
many customers are on it, you know.
One sheet of paper can run off all that information.
If you go get her,
Yeah, I'll show you
go
what-
get the cutoff list that she's working on right now.
I don't know if this is a cutoff list. Or
No, this is a bill.
This is
This
a
is a
bill.
bill like those little cards that this city
That
sends
we
out.
send out, yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
It
this,
doesn't explain anything. I mean, this is really good. It's a program that's on the computer, and it gives you quality assessment of all
But now she has a
bills.
billing
Water bills are
register that prints it off.
Huh?
That's
That
how we know
water
how many
bills are
gallons was
expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
versus
that
how many
at all.
that's
about like
treated
electric
and how much
bill.
is sold. She does
I'd
that
like to know
after
where it all
every
came
billing.
This is a program though that keeps it up. I mean, you just zap it right out there and you don't have to spend it. Kelly's wasting a lot of time, I know.
this
She
is
is
a,
tied up a
computer.
lot with a lot
I
of
saw the
stuff.
volume of her work. I tell you, it would
Well,
be
it's because
good.
we have so many customers though.
Yeah, but
If we could check on the computer programs for her, because I tell you, I saw her.
you know, I checked on that when you gave me the ideal, I think it
Uh-huh.
was. They don't do city programs. And
It would be good if we could get a city program that would run, or, I mean, just, the computer program has all the information. If we could check on this, someone has to have something out there.
Now,
Well,
the
this
gentleman
program
that-
here was offered to us.
yeah, the gentleman that
Uh-huh.
did that, there are huge
Oh, I know who
companies
did.
that run this program.
No,
the
this
same
is Terry
program.
Sellers.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
That's who they said it was.
Yeah.
And he's excellent, and he could come in here and get that, and it's, I mean, it's quality.
Yeah.
It's quality assurance.
Well,
it's
we've
quality
got a garbage,
tracking.
you know, the county garbage bill we collect for them, he's got that program here and
Well, that's another
See,
thing I have on here.
here's
is
an
why-
old one.
Why was Benham, billing for county garbage?
That was a county thing. That wasn't us, because they're back down here now.
Well, I know they were back down here, but what happened? Why did it go? Were we not billing? What was their problem? Why did they send it to Benham to start with?
Were we not paying them the money that
Oh,
we
no, we
collected?
paid them.
Something was wrong.
No, we was paying them.
Benham, I think the power board wanted to do that, and I think they were gonna let them have it. And,
Well,
If
what
you-
my understanding of discussing it with some people is, no, they were asked to take it. They didn't want it. They said, yeah, they'd take it if they wanted them to take it. You know what I'm saying? But there was some problems somewhere, and that's what they were. I don't know what they were. But anyway, this program here is excellent. If you let this
I
gentleman-
called Green Hills and Black Mountain Utilities, the people that handling theirs. And I called Benham, Fay Young, and she said it worked good. Fay Young told me
It's
that. She was-
excellent
Just
because
something to make it easier for girls.
it is easier for Kelly because everything is right there, and also whenever you want to look and see how much money you're pulling in versus how much, I mean, all that.
Now,
It's
she's
every
got
bit
all
right
those
across there.
reports. She's got those
That's
if
true,
you
but
want
it's working
them.
her death. This is one.
No,
program.
that, you just print that out.
Yeah,
If
but
y'all
it's-
want that, I mean,
This program is the best program you can come up with now, really.
This program, Jayhawk, we got it, it's, I don't know. It's got problems, I'll guarantee it,
Yeah.
but this program's got problems you don't know about.
you need to come in and sit down and let
Yeah.
Kelly show you some of that stuff that we're talking about though.
We were gonna change to this program, but it got so complicated and things, it was gonna mess up our entire, I was afraid to do it, because we got 1,100 clients, and you just
But
don't jump in.
You
We
have
were
these
gonna try
water
that garbage.
systems that's run this same program. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I thought I'd bring that up, show that to council, what the other cities are coming up with that
Well-
really put a
We
ear down on.
we were
on
sitting
what
right here last
they're
week
doing.
and talked to them about it, didn't we?
What'd they say?
Well, we got resolved all the issues that they had, you know. We're still doing the garbage for them.
Well, we're getting it back because now, my understanding,
No,
the
we've been-
power board didn't even really, wasn't aware, the city of Benham wasn't aware the power board had even turned it back over to the city of Cumberland.
Yeah, we've
And I
had
said,
it back.
yeah, now, that's what I understood is they
It was
were
a
going to
mess.
get it back.
Don't even
But
talk
if you
about
figure, we try to figure the expenses out, you know, see, we get 6% of what we collect But by the time you buy the envelopes, pay for the postage and things, and that 6%.
It's a lot of work, the county
gone.
garbage is.
And
People don't realize.
And then if
but
we do it for
is.
1,100 customers, there's no way, you know.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And a lot of complaints that we have no control over.
Man hours and stuff, yes.
Well,
But that was a big thing.
I know some people were complaining because they had paid the city of Cumberland like for 3 months, but yet when the fair board sent it out according to the figures they were gave, they were still owing 3 months and they'd
But
already
now that
paid
was the
it.
problem with the bills.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't really need to talk about that here though. That was
But
sort
they
of a
got that
mix-up
straightened
between
out.
the systems when they
Uh,
were switched.
Yeah. Dan came up here and sat right there. He's the one that works over, and Ryan Creech, he came up here. It's
Well,
it's just problems
it's all
that you have
lined out now.
to.
This program, I feel like if you'll give this gentleman a chance to come up here and at least explain, I think this is
Oh,
the
he's
best
been
way
here.
to catch up with
He's
people.
been here. We've talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because from what I saw, this system really works well. All right, and another thing, when we were up at the water plant, Charles and I went up there that day, we had complaints about people not having water. There was a brand new truck that had a great big rock in the front of it, and I got really upset over that. So did you find out who, I don't wanna know who it was, but did
Yeah.
you
I took
take care of that situation to make sure something like that doesn't happen again?
I mean, it's a brand new truck and a boulder bigger than this laying in the front of the truck. It's a brand new truck.
Brand new
I'm talking
truck.
about inside the truck, not the bed of the truck.
I mean, if you stopped real
What's he gonna
quick
do
and
with
went
that
right
rock?
up in
I don't know what they were doing with it. Maybe it was evidence, I don't know.
So, you know,
Who's the truck?
to me, you should have
you
like
don't do
a
it
daily
wrong.
log, Mayor.
It's a
and
city
say,
truck, brand new.
Let
Oh,
them sign up for those vehicles.
There's a daily log in every
We
truck
need
now.
to take
Well,
care
Because
of
every
it.
time they change the oil
Yeah,
or
you
open the
wouldn't know
door.
I
what
mean,
you
is
say.
there one guy who drove that vehicle that
Yeah,
day?
he's got.
Scuffed
about-
up the door,
That's it.
tore the rubber for me.
He's got a
Why would you
checklist
have
right
a
there.
rock
You ought
in
to
the
be able to
truck?
look at that
It's
and
not-
see who
it's-
did
I
that.
knew who did it.
About that tall, about that
I got
wide.
found out who did it.
Well, that,
We need to
you
pay
can't,
for
you can't put up
repair.
with stuff
It's-
like that brand new truck we're paying for.
I told you up there, that's not your fault. That's just somebody abusing.
Yeah.
I could have a policeman stand there, I guess, 24/7. And
No, that's not, that comes down to just employees should know,
Well,
take care of the stuff.
Well,
That's
and
not
it
on,
comes down
How
to
many
whoever our supervisor is.
how many people in here you think would put a big rock in a truck like that?
I don't think anybody in here.
And I wouldn't expect anybody that works for the city to do it either, but they did.
I know
That's
that. That's
what
not your fault though.
supervisor should be over.
It's not a blame game when it comes to that. It just, I can't
Another
figure out
thing
why
I
somebody would
wanna
do
know,
it.
Has Masonic Lodge signed that contract that they were supposed to sign?
Yeah.
What do you want to do about it? All
They still haven't signed it.
All we do is send them a bill, right?
What's that?
Masonic
Masonic
Lodge
Lodge
charging them
said
for the.
they're
charging
They
them.
still not signed that contract. What do we do?
Got with some of the
Can we send
I
them
mean,
a
what
rent
is
bill?
this?
Well, if they're not going to sign the
You
agreement,
signed it, You signed it. We prepared it. You signed it, or you authorized the mayor to sign it
yes.
and sent it to them to sign.
We sent it to them.
They wanted to, they were getting a new lodge master, and that.
Yeah.
Well, they
They
already
did
got
that.
him,
They did
and now
that.
he won't sign it till their lawyer looks at it, because he's just in there for a year, and that contract's for 10 years.
Yeah, well, at one time they had a 99 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they-
Yeah, I don't know why, but what do we do?
And what do? We need
Well,
a contract
here's
signed.
here's what. Well, you can.
On the second floor, don't they?
But you can sell the first
You've
one.
you've authorized them to have a contract, and they're in there. So they're performing,
Move
and they're
City
paying
Hall
you
down there.
under the contract as proposed, aren't they?
Right, yes.
They're doing all their duties under the contract that's proposed. And it just needs to be signed, that's all. But they are performing the duties under the contract that you've set out in terms of payment, forms of payment, and then their duties and obligations about paying for the insurance. They have it insured, they have it maintained. They're fulfilling all of their duties and obligations that they agreed to do. So it's just that it hasn't been signed by an official, but they are.
But one thing I question says we had in there about the emergency building in case we had to move in or something. Now,
That-
what if something comes
That's
up?